Next, we will look at the networking solution features and benefits. Here are some of the business impacts that NSX can provide through new services and differentiation. NSX allows you to launch services for competitive differentiation with advanced recovery and availability. It allows you to reduce operational costs with automation to reduce human touch points. It allows you to decrease provisioning time as well through automation, helping to reduce your time to revenue. Here are some of the NSX benefits for cloud providers. It allows you to build more efficient network infrastructure to reduce OpEx and provide CapEx savings, 54% faster customer deployments for improved time to revenue, 10 to 12% higher staff productivity and lower cost, while Avi load balancer lowers TCO by more than 60-70%, which we will go more into later. It allows you to build new services for more revenue. It can provide a 36 5-year CAGR for direct monetization of NSX by cloud providers, provides Avi load balancer services, which we again will get into later. It allows you to build more differentiated services and to provide a better customer experience through integrations such as VCD. It also allows you to build a cloud native network for future growth. 95% of new applications run on containers, and it provides a complete solution for containers and VMs, provides networking services for all your workloads, and you can run NSX on any container platform. Next, I will cover the CSP journey from a starting point of where no networking services are offered to launching advanced services. Many of you are likely already somewhere along this journey, but I wanted to provide just an overview for those who may not have started yet, especially in regards to using NSX. The starting point would be to launch networking as a service, perhaps with tiered offerings that allow customers to choose service levels such as bronze, silver, or gold that come with additional services or include other services such as managed OS. You would likely want to try to launch with automated onboarding and day two operations where feasible to keep your costs down, minimize mistakes, and to improve your time to revenue. Perhaps your next step could be to launch load balancer as a service, which could also be a tiered offering where you manage basic LB functionality with a silver service and manage higher level services such as WAF with a higher tiered offering. Again, you would likely want to try to launch with automated onboarding and day two operations where feasible. And then the next step could be to launch advanced services for networking and LB disaster recovery to include items such as automated network failover for BGP, perhaps keeping network objects in sync between sites with automation, or building some custom workflows for advanced options that can be published as service items in VCD. Next, we will cover some of the chargeback metrics you can use to show usage for your customer billing. Here we see some of the monetization models and the metrics that can be used to show your customers. For data egress general, there's a metric for total data transferred that the tenant can view on the gateway statistics in NSX Manager or through ARIA operations for networks, which is now included in VCF, in the hosted private cloud or managed private cloud models. For the public cloud model, provide output of the NSX API call for the tenant's tier 1 or leverage ARIA operations for networks to export a PDF file for the tenant. For data egress charge based on destination, you can use the metric of total data transferred to specific destinations, such as data egress to the internet or data transferred to another one of your data centers. And for this, you would leverage ARIA operations networks to show data transfer per T1 or T0 interface. For public IP, show the public IP count. A tenant can see this information in NSX Manager via API call to VCD or through ARIA operations for networks based on the deployment model. For layer 2 VPN count and metrics, a tenant can see the information in NSX Manager, again via an API call to VCD, or through ARIA operations for networks based on the deployment model. For QoS, a tenant can see this information again in NSX Manager in the hosted private cloud deployments and in VCD in the managed private and public cloud models.